Hey guys, Pat here bringing you the third game from week number 4. This one was between the Slakoths and the Sanchez Sandshrews. So we've got a ton of S's in this game. It's beautiful. Anyways, let's just go ahead and jump to the battle screen here. So we got the Slakoths on the top side. We got the Sandshrews on the bottom. The Slakoths are bringing Clefable, Latios, Rhyperior, Greninja, Hitmontop, and Chandelure. Hitmontop making his season debut. We got, on the Sandshrews side, we got Weavile, Manaphy, Lucario, Altaria, Donphan, Jolteon. And I believe this is the first game we've seen I know this is the first game we've seen Donphan, but maybe even Jolteon. I can't remember. Funny story, I made a secret account and was just battling on OU ladder, trying to practice with my team, and I actually ran into Colton on there. So, yeah, this is the same team he was using that day. I thought it was pretty funny. But, yeah. Just a little side note. Anyways, let me turn the music off and let's just jump into it. So he's going to lead off with his Cloyster here, and Latios is going to be the lead here. He has the Dragon Pulse, which is fine, because this thing has sturdy. Like a Draco Meteor obviously would have, one-hit KO'd, but because of sturdy, he wouldn't have been able to one-hit KO regardless. So the Stealth Rocks are a pretty safe play. So the Ice Shard just gets some chip damage off, and the Dragon Pulse does finish him off. So at the end of the day, the Dragon Pulse actually works out as the better play because he doesn't have to worry about dropping his special attack hitting. Anyway, so the Weavile comes out, and he's just gonna let it kill his Latios. Hold on, let me think about this. Trying to think if there was a better play for that. Hitmontop obviously can switch in pretty easy and intimidate. And if he was running like defensive Hitmontop, he could have taken it pretty easy. That's probably what he should have gone for, is like an intimidate defensive Hitmontop for the Weavile. It's tough to say. I think that would have worked out pretty well for him, because if he saves his Latios, he can defog later, get rid of the rocks, or he could. Well, she does have the spin on Hitmontop. He could have gone in that and rapid spin, but he could have saved the Latios later to Draco, Meteor, anything that he has left. He has one resistance to Draco, and that's Lucario. But if he's running like Flame, Latios doesn't get Flamethrower. But if he had Psychic, yeah, Psychic hits Lucario. I think he should have kept that thing alive, because Draco does a lot to everything he has left, and Psychic also hits Lucario hard. So I don't like him just sacking his Latios there. I think he should have just gone to Hitmontop or even this thing. Anyways, he gets up his free rocks as the Manaphy does go for the Tail Glow here. So I'm not sure why he's switching to Hitmontop. I'm guessing he's running like specially defensive Hitmontop. But no, he's actually running Life Orb Hitmontop. Okay, I have no idea what set he's running then. Okay, so that did a lot. So this is like offensive Hitmontop. So he's running Technician, Life Orb, Hitmontop. That's what he's running. Yeah, that's fine. I like that set. I don't know. Against Colton's team, I think maybe the Intimidate defensive bulky set probably would have been better, just because you can easily switch into any dark move that Weavile throws out. I mean, the ice moves might hurt a little bit, but then you immediately threaten him with the Mach Punch. So I don't really like that play. Then he goes into his Greninja here. I don't like this play either. He does go for the Grass Knot because it's super, but like Manaphy, Grass Knot does damage based on how heavy the target is. And I mean, look at Manaphy, it's not heavy at all, so it does no damage. Literally, probably the weakest move that Greninja could have hit him with actually was Grass Knot, because of how low base power it was, because of how small Manaphy is. So that does no damage, and the Energy Ball is a 2-hit KO. So this has just gone from bad to worse. As the Manaphy's kind of done this every week, where it's set up and it's done at least something every week. So then he finally goes out to Clefable here, and this is unaware Clefable because it does take damage on entry. And looking at this, like, he should have just gone straight into this to begin with on the Manaphy, because unaware Clefable ignores the stat boost. So as you can see there, that skull only does 25%. I mean, it took it no problem. If he were just gone into Clefable to begin with, he can easily, he can Wish, stall this thing out. He can Toxic it and just Wish stall it out, or force it out. He could have done so many things like Clefable stopping this thing, but he loses his Hitmontop and his Greninja. when he should have just gone into Clefable. He did this last week against the Hitmonlee, which he didn't even know about that set, so I can't really blame him on that one. But this is twice where if he just gone into Clefable, he could have saved his Greninja both weeks. But instead he loses Greninja 2 weeks in a row without it taking anybody out. So that really hurts him because a lot of his offensive pressure is gone. And I feel like if he goes into it, Clefable earlier this game, this Greninja could have actually put in a lot of work against the rest of his team. But let's keep going. So the Moonblast does finish off the Stormy. So then I believe he's going to go out to the Lucario because it has the best matchup of anything left. And he is going to go into his Rhyperior, which is going to die to a Flash Cannon. Rip. Alright, so now Samuel's in a tough spot, but he does have the Scarf Chandelure, which puts a lot of pressure against Colton's team. So he goes for the Flamethrower. Eats it up pretty well, but he does get burned. See, the first one only did 30%, so he can't KO it at this range. He does have to go into his Clefable. And he just starts dropping Dracos. This is obviously Scarfed or Specs here, probably Specs, because he just keeps Dracoing. He doesn't want to switch anything into a Moonblast, and I can't blame him. He doesn't want to switch Weavile into one, and Lucario could take it pretty well, consider it's neutral, but still, he doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage, as the Moonblast does finish off him, and he does get max HP on his Clefable. So then out comes Lucario again, and he makes a pretty risky play here, but he goes in this Chandelure as he does take the rocks damage, and he's got to live a Flash Cannon here, which he just resisted, and he does live it. So he is in a good spot here. I'm surprised that Colton stayed in here. I guess he didn't. Maybe he was like, maybe he's not. Maybe Colton's thinking that maybe he's not Scarfed after all or something. Because honestly, if he switches into Jolteon there, I mean, Jolteon might like die after the fact, like taking one Flamethrower and then get outsped because of the Scarf and die on the next turn. But Lucario at this range, Lucario can kill Chandelure. Well, I guess no. I'm thinking about it. No, he had to make that play. Let me think. No, yeah, he had to sack him there. Right. Either sack him or Weavile, because he has to have Jolteon alive to kill this thing. Because these last two, Weavile and Lucario can't outspeed him and kill him. So there's no reason to save him. Even though Lucario is his best bet against Clefable. So that's pretty interesting play there. Anyways, let's resume. So, Samuel can't switch because he's too low to switch back into rocks. That Flamethrower does a pretty good bit, but the Shadow Ball is able to finish him off. So he goes back into Clefable, and honestly, this burn kind of hurting the Clefable here. So that Shadow Ball doesn't really do anything. I would have liked to see him wish there, actually. Yeah, that's what he should have done. He should have wished, and then on the next turn, gone for the Moonblast. Okay, he got a crit too. Wow. Huh. Okay, I didn't realize when I was watching that was a crit. Hold on. Let's figure this out real quick. I did not realize that when I was watching it that was a crit. So what? Do we get to see what item this Weavile's carrying? No, might be banded. Let's just say it's choice banded for maximum damage. Clefable, let's say we're running max. Okay, so looking at this, well, let's see. I put these on the wrong side, didn't I? Yeah. Crap. Hold on. Clefable. Oh, shoot. So let's say he's running banded. So max HP, max defense, bold Clefable takes 54 to 64% from a poison jab. But let's say he was specially defensive, which I think he was, considering how well he took some special hits from Manaphy, even though he was unaware. So maybe he wasn't. Let's make him like calm or something. So banded poison jab can do 81 to 95%. I think if he wishes, with the crit, I don't think it wouldn't have mattered either way. Looking at the crit, Like the wish play wouldn't have mattered. So you can all that's one thing that Samuel can at least look at and say, well, hey, the crit happened, nothing I can do about that. But if the crit wouldn't have happened, I think possibly he could have lived if he wishes and then kills Jolteon on the next turn, then his wish comes true, and then he can kill with the Moonblast. But at the same time, he probably was afraid that he might switch into his Weavile, and he didn't want to wish on that play. I don't know, maybe something like that. Because then he definitely loses the game if he wishes and then he switches into Weavile. Because then he can Poison Jab. It'll do at least 60%, and then he can go into Jolteon, and then he can actually click T-Bolt, which would do a lot more damage. I don't know though. Probably. That's an interesting play there. The crit didn't matter in this situation. I don't believe so, because if he's banded and if he's special defensive Clefable, which I think he was considering how well he took that Scald and Shadow Ball from Jolteon. I know that was Specs Jolteon because I played against Colton on the OU ladder and I knocked off his Specs, so that was Specs Jolteon. So I'm pretty sure that was specially defensive Clefable, and Moonblast guaranteed KO's back, by the way. So yeah, the crit didn't matter in this situation, but if he would have wished and then killed Jolteon in the next turn, then the crit would have mattered actually a lot. So I still think wishing would have been the better play there, but in the end, it was a really close one, and the crit probably doesn't matter, but yeah, it's a good game. We got one more from week number 4. See ya.